Montreal, Canada. It's an ice skating rink there. Obviously, nobody's quite skating yet this morning. Still pretty early there. It is now 5:40 here. Welcome back.
All this week, Tegan and Lindsay have been gearing up for cake-a-palooza Part D. Little Canadian.
I was going to say, thanks
French-Canadian,
for the Canadian flair. They're learning different techniques that they can take with them to the extreme cake competition this weekend.
Lindsay joins us now in studio with one of her competitors. Ooh la la.
Yes. We have graciously accepted help from other people, and those would be our competitors this week. Today we have Amber Martin in, and she's from Krazy Cakes. And explain what we have here. First, well, we have two blue balls.
Yep.
And one of them is fondant, and one of them is gum paste.
Yes.
What is the difference between the two?
Okay, just a simple fondant is just something that it's very pliable. It's kind of like Play-Doh. You can easily roll it in your hands, work it with the rolling pin, and it will just roll out as if it was just Play-Doh. Gum paste is made from fondant. It's made with something called Tylose powder.
Okay.
You can buy it at the store. I make my own from scratch. You just use Crisco, a really good amount of it, with some Tylose, and you work it together. It'll dry within 20 minutes and be hard.
So the Tylose kind of hardens it
It's kind of like a gelatin.
Okay. Now, can we make some of this right here?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So we're going to take just however
And
much
this
you
is
want.
just green fondant?
Just green fondant. And you just work it into your hands, kind of like Play-Doh.
And there's different types of fondant also.
Yeah, there's marshmallow fondant. This is what I would like to call regular fondant. It's my own homemade recipe. I don't know what the stuff is that they sell at the store. Mine actually tastes very, very edible versus using something that is extremely gross.
How much do you, I mean, you put a hefty amount of Tylose on there. Is that, is it just?
It's if you use a little bit, it takes a lot longer to get to a consistency where you can actually form it. I put a ton on there because when I'm making something, I want it to get hard really fast, so I can put it on what I need to decorate it with.
Okay, and this is part of the reason I'm going to share a little something. Part of the reason that we're having you guys say love is ... is because that is the theme for this year's Cake-a-Palooza. So we would like to include you in on our cake. Tegan, is it okay that I'm sharing this information? We want to include you in on our cake, so we're asking you to provide us with what you think love is. And we're going to put little note cards like this. Amber made little note cards. We're going to put note cards like this all over our cake with what you think love is. And this one says 1 Corinthians, which is the verse, love is patient, love is kind. It does not boast, it does not brag. And then it keeps going for a while. From the movie with Mandy Moore, A Walk to Remember.
Also the
Bible. Oh, well, yes, I know it's from the Bible. No, it's from the Bible, but it was, yeah, okay. Anyway, so we have our gum paste here, and how long does it take to harden?
That, because I used a fair amount, probably 10 minutes.
Oh, wow, okay. And we have a lot of other stuff here. We have a dowel rod with little things that's for ribbons.
Yes.
And we're going to be making those here coming up in a little bit. We also are going to be making some more of these note cards and tons more stuff coming up later on in the show.
A short time ago in a galaxy very, very close.
Actually, our own, in fact. Star Wars fans got to eat what was hailed as the most epic cake.
May the 4th, cake be with you. This epic cake was served up at a sci-fi convention in Boston. Amanda Oakleaf Cakes near Boston created this 6-foot, 4-inch tall edible stormtrooper. It says it only took a staff of 10 to assemble a 300-pound cake. They used 208 eggs, 20 pounds of butter, 140 pounds of sugar, and 35 pounds of flour. They also used 55 pounds of marshmallow and 30 pounds of Rice Krispie treats. Wow. It took nearly 600 conventioneers to defeat the cake, which was donated by the bakery. The convention charged $15, or about 30 Galactic Standard credits for a piece of that cake. We are going to be making some cakes this Saturday at Cake-a-Palooza. Nothing like that 6-foot tall stormtrooper, but a little bit extreme. We have Amber Martin here. And these pictures behind us are cakes that you've done.
Yes.
Some anniversaries, birthdays, weddings, all sorts of things. And she is helping us this morning prepare for our cake that's going to be this Saturday at Cake-a-Palooza. We've been asking you on Facebook what love is. There's kind of a reason behind that. Tegan and I are going to be using your comments in our cake. And we're going to be making little note cards and put them all over our cake, and we're going to make those right now to show, here's what we're going to be making. It just says love is, and this one says 1 Corinthians, which I believe somebody on Facebook had said that's, they wrote out the whole Bible verse from that. And another one of my favorites was love is grand, divorce is 100 grand. So thanks for the laugh, I like that. How do we do this?
Okay, so you need to get your fondant, and I recommend using fondant only because you can make it a little bit easier and quicker. You just want to get it warm so that way it doesn't roll out really goofy like.
And we were talking, a blow dryer is too much heat, so we want to use
I mean,
your
if you
hands.
have, your hands are great. If you have, I mean, sometimes when the fondant is maybe a month old or something, which it can actually have a shelf life of up to 8 months.
Oh, wow.
There's nothing in it that's going to go bad. But you can also stick it in the microwave for maybe 10 seconds, depending, maybe 10 or 20 seconds per pound that you have it. So you just want to use the roller. You don't want to get it too thin, otherwise it'll tear.
Okay.
And then just take your pizza cutter or cookie cutter, whatever you have. You're going to cut it out to be in the shape of a square, like you would a normal note card. So you have one, and then if you would like to make another one to go on top of that.
Okay, we can do that. I think it's warm enough. Looks like it's too big. Practicing for Saturday. And you said this roller has little things on it.
Yeah, it has a guide. The guides come with the fondant roller, and it just keeps it so that you don't have to worry about it getting too thin or too thick, because if you don't have them on there, obviously, it's not consistent throughout both sides.
So this is a specific fondant roller.
Yes, I purchased it here in Quincy. They have a larger one as well that you use for if you're covering a cake, but little dainty things like this is better for
Use that for a guide.
that size.
Learning a lot.
Yeah.
And hopefully I can remember all of this. Tegan's watching just in case I forget.
That's good.
Okay. So now how do we make it so that these corners stick up?
Okay, so then what you would do, I mean, in order to get this to actually stick, which it probably would, but you want to use something that I call gum glue.
Oh, okay.
I make it with Tylose and water. The Tylose is...
And that's what we used for the gum paste also?
yes, it's what makes it more gelatin-like.
Okay.
You just want to put it on whatever side you want to stick it, kind of like a Post-it note would be sticking on one side. And then you're going to roll this up.
And we're going to use these, right?
Yeah, you're going to use these.
Oops,
and
sorry.
that's all right. You're going to use those and stick it right underneath there. Do the same on that side.
To kind of hold it?
Yep, and you would probably need to keep it there for maybe 10 minutes in
Okay.
order to get it to stick like that and
Great.
form. And then you can go ahead and write whatever you want on it. Love is...
And then
...
everything. Okay,
Yep.
cool. Thank you very much. We're going to check back on this here in a little bit. And then we also have this dowel rod here, which has some blue and black tie-dyed fondant on it, yes.
Yep.
We're going to be making a bow out of this, and we're going to do that here in the next half hour. Back to you guys at the desk.
Instead of a bow, she should make a lightsaber with that and really go for the Stormtrooper cake.
You really want the galactic experience, don't you?
It was kind of neat. All this week, Tegan and Lindsay have been gearing up for Cake-a-palooza, which is this Saturday at the Quincy Mall.
And all this week they've been getting tips and tricks from different people. I think it's going to be a really good time.
Yeah, they've welcomed in one of their competitors. Lindsay said earlier to, you know what, she's just begging for help. That's what it comes down to. Lindsay?
Yes, I'm not begging. I asked politely, and we got Amber Martin to come in today. So, and these are some of your cakes.
Yes.
Tie-dye fondant. That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
How do you do that? Just
You make like whatever colors you want. Make 5 different colors. You roll them out kind of like a snake. Line them up together and just twist and kind of push it out.
Very interesting. And now we're going to be making a bow to go on top of one of our cakes. That's giving you some more hints. That's kind of what we're going with this year. How do we do this?
Okay, so you want to, again, work the fondant so it's a little bit warmer, easy to roll out. Take your roller so it's guided.
And this is parchment paper.
This is parchment paper. It's really nice just because nothing sticks to it, which doesn't always help when you're trying to not roll it up on the roller. But then you want to do that. I have this that's already measured 1/2 inch.
Oh.
You're going to make just a line down the biggest part of it.
Okay. I'm following as you're doing.
That's fine. And excuse me. Then you want to take a little bit of your gum glue, put it on the edge where you're going to connect it. And this I've done on a lot of them already. So these are a little bit dry, but you just want to hang it over the edge and kind of pinch it. And about, maybe anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes later, this will be hard enough to pull off so that it won't be flimsy.
Okay.
But then,
And you have a bunch on there already.
yes, I do, that I made earlier today. So these are what they would end up looking like.
This. And these are pretty hard. I mean,
Yes.
they're not completely hard. They're still a little mold.
And that's not
moldable.
gum paste, that is fondant, but it dries the faster, the thinner it is. But you just wanna, you said pieces to the puzzle of Cake-a-palooza. You're kind of gonna be making pieces to a puzzle when you're making a bow. Because you wanna cut off the ends like this.
Ooh.
You're just gonna put them together. Of course, they would go on top of a cake, so you would definitely wanna stick it to it with some like either gum glue or vodka or buttercream.
Okay. Put some gum. We're going to make a present right here.
Yes.
Okay, so how many? 4 of them?
You can do however many you want. The bigger the bow, I mean, the more that you would make. You can also make bigger loops. PVC pipe is awesome to do
Ooh.
that. You can get bigger
Okay.
one. And then you just take your little thing that would go in the middle, put a little gum glue on there.
And there we
And
go.
there's a messy bow, but it
And
goes
a
better on a
bow.
cake.
Look at that. Easy as that. Pretty neat. Thank you so much
You're
for coming in
welcome.
and teaching us. I know you're one of our competitors, but
That's okay.
that's okay. And we took entries to name our 4 taste testers who will help judge the Extreme Live Cake competition this Saturday. Congratulations to Tommy Kelly, Marianne Holford, Tara Heck, and Beth Oberbeck. Congratulations. Make sure you contact Amy at the YWCA at numbers 221-9922 to RSVP and get all of the details. Also, don't forget to check out all of the fun events that are happening new this year. You can just look for the link at connecttristates.com, and we will see you there. Guys.
All right, thank you so much. If you're drinking